It's a green day today. Hey, it's a green day today. It is. Yeah, it's a green day. It really is. I'm talking about Moldavite as well. I just put something on on. It's not TV. It's on. I'm watching Fringe, and like I go off on one. I'm meant to be talking about Moldavite. Sorry, this is the way I am. And the old guy was talking about something, and he said, "That's vile," right? And I was looking at this as he said the word vile. Yeah, vile. And for you guys who asked me about the dentist appointment, here is the bottle. And you can see it's gone up to here. And that bit didn't go into my mouth. So I had that bit there. So basically, I pulled all the heavy metals down and put the magnet there at the bottom. And then she used the syringe and went no more than halfway and then brought it up, so you can see. Anyway, that's another chat for another day. Sorry guys. So today we're going to talk Moldavite, and I don't think there's ever been a more talked about crystal worldwide, but for me, I wore it for 12 years as a full-time healer, going into houses, going all over the world, doing all my healing work. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it because it played a massive role in my journey. So yeah, interesting, because I was thinking about it. I sat there this morning and a thought came over me of, I remember I used to read for many a multi-gazillionaire, because they always like to ask certain questions. They like to back up their thoughts and feelings of whatever they're doing in business. But this on this occasion, after I gave a healing session and a reading to a gazillionaire, it was something to do with what they call, I don't know what he did before, but I know he was creating a huge company which was connected to the EU, and it was solar panels. Anyway, great guy, lovely young guy, young lad, right? And he says, "I've just bought a new house." I went, "Oh, how nice." He says, "Do you want to come and see if it's okay?" I'm like, yeah, I do cleansings, and I cleanse houses, and yeah, I'll come and have a look, no problem. So we met on a roundabout in Marbella, and we went into this big urbanization, and anyway, the gates opened, and we drove for about a minute, and then we got to, well, you can't call it a house, right? You can't call it a mansion. I've never seen anything like it before. Anyway, normally I do a house at 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, maximum 5, right? And it normally takes me to do a 4 bedroom, probably about 2 to 3 hours, something like that. Anyway, I'm looking at the house, and I'm like, this is beautiful, not thinking about what I'm about to do and how long it's going to take. And I'm like, "Do you want to come down to the loft, to the basement?" I said, "Oh, what's in the basement?" He says, "A discotheque." So I went down there, and it was like, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 square foot. It was bloody huge. We went back upstairs. I says, "How many bedrooms are there?" He says, 20, I think he said 25. I think it might have been 24 or 25. I'm like, "Oh." He says, "Is that okay?" It might take me a little bit longer than would normally. Anyway, we laughed, he laughed, and I started doing the healing work. So I put my box down. I find a central location. If you're ever interested in wanting to learn how to do cleansing a house, just watch some of my videos, because I often give snippets of information. So I try and find a central location in the house where I feel I can work. That location for me has to be more of the cleanest location. So let's say if it's the center of one room, it's got to feel right. So If the energy's right, then it's a good start. So I'll get a chair, I'll get a table, and I'll put my crystals on there, picture of my mum, and some candles and all my stuff, my cards, everything. So I want to be prepared for what's going to happen. Now, back then, around my neck was Moldavite. So I always wore Moldavite. So I was a bit insane. It was like I was Moldavite mania in my head. I was always wanting Moldavite. I was looking for Moldavite. When I finished my work, I was always trying to buy Moldavite all the time because I just loved it. So I got a piece of beautiful Moldavite around my neck. Cleanse myself down, put the music on, normally Gregorian chant, put the music on, start the work. Anyway, after I finished the feeling of the house, while I was sat down, it wasn't just a cleanse. I realized that in the house, it was extremely, and I don't mention anything to the people because I'm going to clean it, so it doesn't matter, but I knew I got my work cut out for me. And I knew that there was a lot of dark energy in the house, and to a degree where it wasn't just trapped spirit, it was entity. So I was dealing with a lot of really bad forces in the house. So I just cleansed it. It's easier to say, but I'm speaking to you, telling you what I'm feeling. It's not important what the people think, what I'm saying. I just need to get rid of it. So I start in one room, and that was quite terrible. So I sat and I could feel entity in the room. So I'm blowing sage, and I start to feel a bit strange. Like my head starts to feel a little bit like a headache. And I'm blowing the sage, and the sage goes woof, lots of fire, and like, okay, this has had some bad energy, right? So I goes into the next room, and I follow the rooms, and like the next room was about the same headache again, but now a little pain in my eye. Cleaning it out, I could feel the energy around and in the room, blowing. Going to the next room, this room was even worse. This room was like, now I feel like something's come through me or trying to attach, and I've got. Normally what happens is you feel disorientated. It's like you feel like you're it's weird. It's a weird sensation. You feel like you're not stable, you're not balanced, because whatever force is trying to control you is trying to manipulate your energy. So again, I'm blowing, and then after 10 minutes, it's okay. Then moving to the next room. This room was even heavier, and like now I'm feeling a little bit nauseous. I feel the same feeling again, like something's come to me, but I'm realizing now that it wasn't just the sage which was helping, it was the Moldavite. Whatever was trying to attach or attack couldn't stay in the frequency of Moldavite, couldn't stay in the frequency of sage. So I thought, I'm glad I've got my Moldavite on. Anyway, I go to 7 bedrooms, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It might have been 24 to 27 rooms. I think it was 24 rooms. All the passageways, it's huge. The house is so long. And then there's one floor below. Went down below. Again, I was attacked. And it felt like this time when I was walking, because I was trying to blow the sage, imagine everywhere. I can't imagine how many bags I used of sage, and I'm burning it like crazy, and the smoke's getting everywhere. And as I'm walking, this happened many times before, it feels like the room is like woof, 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 and your eyes feel like, it feels like this is happening. It's the weirdest sensation. Then you're in the company of, let's say, dark and demonic energy, which has a frequency that just messes with you completely. Anyway, hours went by, and I'd finished doing the cleanse and cleaning, and went back upstairs, and after maybe like 2 hours, all the doors, windows opened, and afterwards it was all fine. Felt lovely. So I'm very, very pleased at the work I'd done. Checked all the rooms, and then I asked the wife to go and check the rooms. How's it feel? She was smiling. She was happy. Everybody was happy. The wife had just had a baby, so it was all good. So I thought I'd done a great job, right? So I was happy at that. Anyway, never got a call back, which means that I think I did a pretty good job. Annie was a client of mine after that, never said anything, so I think I did a good job. And they were happy to move into this house. So, who did the house belong to? The house was built many years ago by a sheikh. Now, we have a lot of sheikhs here. And of course, you all know that their religion allows them to have as many wives as they want. So he basically had 24 wives. So what happened in that house, I have no idea. But I can tell you that it wasn't good. And what was left in that house wasn't good. What was cleansed and cleared away was very necessary and very smart move. And a lot of people don't cleanse the house when they go in, and they should. So, Moldavite played a massive role that day in protecting me and helping me along my journey of cleansing and clearing entity, attachment, and trap spirit, and to the point where it even felt very, very dark and demonic. So it was a lovely piece of work, something that I didn't feel necessary. You don't need to tell your clients, but I was proud of what I did and what was cleansed from the house. So that's it, really. I wanted to share that lovely story with you. Yeah. Imagine having 24 wives. I just don't get it. No matter how I try and look at it, how I try, anyway, I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. Yeah. So there you go. I am going to show you 3 beautiful Moldavites here that I've just finished working on. There you go. There's the first one. Beautiful piece of Moldavite. Very unusual shape, as you can see. Love it. Absolutely love it. Isn't that gorgeous? This one is also sterling silver, and it's been dipped in roll gold, so it's beautiful gold colour. Lovely. Very unique piece, and that weight of that beauty, let me see if I can get the weight of that. It's gorgeous. It's definitely a double A grade. That is 7.2 grams. Beautiful. Now here's another lovely piece. Very, very beautiful. Look at that. Like that. Beautiful. And that one is 7.9 grams. Nearly 8 grams. What a beauty. And finally, a lovely chunk there. Look at that. Beautiful piece. Gorgeous. Really unusual. And that's 7.2, so round about 7.1 to 7.9 grams. 3 beautiful pieces there. I'll put on the website, put one link below, and maybe, just maybe, one of these might be yours to love and cherish, like all my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Moldavites. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the story. And yeah, what do you think about that story? Let me know underneath. Take care. Have a lovely day. I like to read your comments. I do.